should. I didn't mean. I didn't mean.
We
to.
did.
I didn't mean to like touch it.
We don't.
It was.
We don't have to.
But we were just passing, and I grazed it, and it's fine.
We don't have to talk about it.
I feel like we should because it's weird,
We don't have to talk about it.
Rule number 36.
Rule number 36.
Bro code.
Bro code. When you graze another man's penis, you do not talk about it.
Talk about it. Sure.
What is going on, you beautiful bros? My name's Mason.
And my name is Grayson.
And welcome to Modern Dude.
A podcast by dudes, for dudes, helping dudes become better dudes.
Dude!
All right, we're going to jump right into this. We're doing another, I guess, volume 2 of the Modern Dude Dudes and Don'ts Bro Code Edition. This is where we discuss the 72 bro-mandments and which ones we think are really stupid and, to be honest, somewhat toxic, and ones that we think are actually good ones that we can discuss, and all of the funny bits
In between. Brought to you by lovepanky.com.
Love Panky.
Love Panky.
Love Panky.
Jumping right in, Bro-mandment 11.
Okay.
You must greet your bro appropriately. A hug cannot come before a handshake. It must be accompanied by a pat on the back. If you observe guy friendships in movies, there's a reason why there are always handshakes and pats on the back.
That's stupid. You can just hug your bro. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, but I feel it's not
natural.
necessary. I will say the way especially in America, guys greet each other with the clasp of the hand and then the pat on the back.
It's natural. I do it all the time. Yeah, it's not you can just it doesn't matter. I guess it's really more of the level of relationship you have with the bro. Like
I feel like that's a very formal greeting.
Yeah, I have bro like we don't really if I see it just kind of depends on if you come in and visit me at my bar or whatever, we do a dap, we do our like thing that we like to do.
Yeah.
But if I see you like normally, it's likely we do
that sometimes.
Grab you around the neck and hop up and straddle you.
Yeah.
That's I don't know. It's just I think that's very situational.
No, but I think as if you're like meeting a new bro, doing that is pretty common.
New bro, you have to.
Yeah. I think that's what it's talking about.
Yeah, it doesn't say specifics of the level at which you know bro. So
it just says a hug cannot come before the handshake. And I think as the relationship builds, a hug can come before. But early on and with new bros, it's the da-da.
Number... Are we just going down the list?
No, you can do whatever you want, baby.
I do like number 12, though. You must inform a bro if he is dressed horribly. If your friend is wearing a neon green polo with pink shoes, one of the bro code rules is that you are obligated to tell him he looks terrible. Honesty is the best policy in cases of his attire.
And we've talked about episode 2 of this. We talked about living your best life and wearing whatever you want to wear. But that does not come without some...
I think it just is the bro's obligation to let them know and give the opinion in which if maybe it's working or maybe if it's not working.
Yeah.
Because everybody should be able to wear what they want to wear and they want to
But also,
do it.
we've also talked about if you wear something outlandish like pink polo and bright neon green shoes, someone's gonna say something and you're probably gonna get teased for it.
We're gonna say something.
But if if you are rocking it, then you have to have that fucking armor on to be able to defend it.
Yeah.
If you feel it, if that's your vibe. However, it's going to come with a snicker or two.
You didn't wear that just so you could walk out of the house and nobody says anything
about it. That's the other thing. Sometimes,
yes or no?
Sometimes
like positive or negative.
Grayson and I know, and I can speak for him too, that sometimes we know we're pushing the envelope and we want people to say something about it.
Sure. Why not?
It sparks conversation.
It sparks conversation. You like to express yourself. You like to put yourself out there.
Yeah. But sometimes it also is like, this works.
And it's working.
Sometimes it does not.
And you got to take that on the chin. This is more my problem. More so is like with a friend like our friend Nuggles, who puts no thought or care into what he wears, so that it's almost, you know,
Price is shaking his head back there.
It's like disheveled. It's like disheveled sometimes, you know.
He owns it though, for the most part.
Is that a good thing though?
I mean,
We had a steak dinner one time for your bachelor party, and he wore a long sleeve ECU shirt with a hat on, and he was sweating in it.
I think it was actually a 2/3 sleeve, 3/4 sleeve.
That's the baseball. That's even worse,
it's
man.
Even worse, yeah.
I don't know. I have to inform him on it,
Oh yeah,
and he knows. He's gotten better though. He has gotten.
he
better
has gotten
recently.
better.
Now
but
that he's got a tech job.
That was a few steps back.
Yeah, I know. He was like, "I'm letting myself go on the bad
friend-
trip." I was like, "You sure are."
My friend Trey's wearing Balenciaga.
True.
I've got like a matching 2-piece thing going
Oh
on.
yeah, I got a
with the
cardigan. We
J's.
were done up.
Oh,
yeah.
and Nuggle shows up with a fucking sweaty hat and a baseball shirt.
Just got back from the cookout.
Oh yeah, he was wearing flip flops too, and I think swim trunks.
Come on.
And Grayson and all the rest of us all informed him.
I had to. It was my
Not.
obligation via the bro code. All right, what's next?
This we kind of talked about this one. This is mostly just funny. I mean, it's not if it's a real case scenario. If your drunk bro is about to cheat on his girlfriend, you must follow through with one intervention. And this actually is legit. And one like,
Sure.
if you see one of your guys like getting way too physical and flirty with a girl,
You have to stop it. You have to try to
well,
stop
you
it.
got to try,
Yeah.
but that's only on you to try, and you try it once. So here it is. Make him aware of the choice he's about to make. If he replies with "fuck you," then the bro code rules exempt you from any responsibility from that point onward.
That's tough, man. It's the thing is, I would, if it was a situation like that, I would just make it so awkward to where the girl is just like not into it anymore.
Yeah.
Like I would just be like around them too much and like whatever, because I'm like, you're gonna regret this, and even if you're telling me to fuck off, it's like that's so hard. I'm like, you are going. This has potential to ruin your entire life.
Yeah.
And it is my job as your friend
Yeah.
to try as hard as I can to stop it from happening. If we like walk away from the situation,
But I will say that there's lots of different levels to this. But if as long as you say something, then your conscience is clean, is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna try to do more than say something.
All right. Well, here's a funny scenario then. What if you don't like the girl he's dating?
That doesn't matter. It's still not okay.
Yeah.
It's still not okay. I don't care if she's absolutely awful. You got to walk away from that situation where you can say, I didn't do shit, and he is going to leave her and break up with her on his own accord. He's going to do it the right way, like a fucking good dude fucking should, and walk away from that shit and not have any fucking guilt or any fucking baggage about it. Do whatever the fuck you want afterwards, but do not. It's just not the way to do it, man. I'm sorry. That's how I feel about it.
No, I think it's legit. I was just posing a little caveat there.
I mean, and I'm going to try to do everything I can to stop it. And whatever he does outside of it.
Grayson's coming in with fucking handcuffs. He's like, no.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to try. And then it's not going to be that hardcore, but like, I'm going to try, and I'm going to try to make it weird. And if after the fact, if we all leave and it's out of sight, out of mind, and he fucking fucks off and does something else again, I can't like follow the dude all fucking night long.
Well, that's what.
So
I
he's
think
going to
that's
do
what
what he
it's saying.
does eventually.
The letter of the law here is like, if you're a real friend, if you're a true friend, you gotta attempt. Don't do that. You know.
Yes, 100%.
Check your bro.
All right. What else
And
we
we just did the intro bit was never speak about it again rule.
Yeah.
That if you graze your bro's downstairs nether region on accident, you just don't talk about it.
No.
Me personally, I don't think that's true.
I think it needs to be talked about.
I think it needs to be talked about.
And maybe explored.
A bet is a bet.
A bet is a bet.
I am wholeheartedly agree with this one. If a bet is made, no matter what, the loser must follow through with his obligations to carry out his side of the bet. Don't be the lame friend in this aspect. Follow through with the fucking bet. I added the fucking, but if you make a bet,
well, I like to say I make
and the
like,
gentleman's
I bet you
handshake.
this. Yeah, it's the gentleman's handshake.
With the gentleman's handshake.
That.
If there's not a gentleman's handshake, then I don't think it's legit. But if it is eyes locked, firm grip handshake, and you don't pay your bet,
A Lannister
it's
always
lame.
pays
Yeah,
their bets.
don't be a lame-o, man.
Those are bets, not bets.
So lame if you don't do that.
Oh, he just had some PTSD about that just now.
I can't think of any specific thing.
I've said things like, I bet you $100 that you won't.
Well, no, but that's just saying it. You've got to have the ham firm shake.
Yeah.
Ham firm shake?
Hemshank.
Anyways, we can move on.
I'm curious about this one. Wingman duties.
Ooh.
If you have a girlfriend and go out to the club with your friends, you are automatically given the job as wingman. Do your best to support them in finding a girl, whether that's introducing them to other girls, using the smoothest lines to introduce them, or something along those lines. From there on out, you must support your friends until they achieve their ultimate goal, whatever that may be, as long as it's consensual. I mean, yeah, I think it's necessary to...
I think it's like don't outshine the homie more than anything.
Yeah, 100%.
Like...
But the homies also got to be like...
Step up.
They got to step up.
Yeah.
They got to be willing to seal the deal and be excited and into the prospect of like being introduced to someone or whatever, you know what I mean?
Of course. But also, even if they're not, sometimes you're just looking out for them in the best way. And if he's not into it, that's fine. If he's just going to be a sourpuss stick in the mud, then whatever. But that doesn't mean you can't try. And sometimes it's even more fun to try when they're doing that. So like, because it's funny.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I think.
But also, you never know.
You never know, and it could work out. And a lot of the time, it's, people like to say no love in the club and whatever. But
club is that's different.
That's different.
Weird example from Love Panky there.
Shout out lovepanky.com. I just want to say this next one out loud. Speedos are out. Number 19. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Just gonna move on from that.
I will say it's 2022. You got to be ready for your bros to say something.
Yeah, man. I mean, you just gotta.
Also, it depends on where you are. I feel like if you go on a trip somewhere and someone brings out, they know they're being ridiculous if they bring out a Speedo.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's pretty funny.
I think that's just we're talking very straight bros. If it's the gay bros, that culture is very like they're all about the Speedos. You know?
No, but I think if you're straight, bro, like if you're like going on a cruise or some shit, and all of a sudden your guy like rocks a Speedo and he's like doing it on purpose.
But he's got to rock it.
I think it's funny. Oh, you don't just like half-ass a Speedo.
No, you gotta be ready to like fucking step up to the Speedo.
You've got that towel around your waist and you whip that fucker off. Oh yeah,
the reveal, baby.
Yeah, you just like rat tail your buddy in the ass, be like, let's do this.
Oh,
shotgun a beer and then Joe jump in the pool.
Wow, I just pictured Mason doing all of that in a Speedo and
into a strong can opener.
Like,
yeah, none of this. Whoa,
too strong.
Mic attack.
Act as your bro's internet buffer. If something tragic happens to your friend, one of the first things you must do is delete their browser history. Protect their privacy at all costs. If they
die? Oh my God. So it's essentially saying if your bro dies or is in like...
We don't want their name to be dragged through the mud after death.
Yeah, that's funny. That is fucking hilarious, actually.
I don't know. That's tough. I feel like you don't... It's not necessary. They're dead. Let them be dead. Like let them... If they went on a high note, let's not...
Yeah, but you just make sure you get your paws on their phone and clear the.
What could be that bad though?
In 2022,
I don't want you to die and then I like find out you were like a pedophile or something. That would suck.
You take that one to the grave.
God, no, I don't know. That's a hard.
Okay, here's a more serious one. Respect another man's boundaries. Every guy has his own personal line. Understand where that line is and don't pass that line. We've talked about this before, and I've actually floundered a little bit since then. That yes, everyone has a breaking point.
Yeah.
And you have to respect that, especially given whoever you're talking to.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't really have a breaking point. There's not many things you can say or do to me.
Sure.
So I'm more of the there is no such thing as too far.
Yeah.
That's how my friend Nick and I, who's one of my other best friends, who we just dragged through the mud, no goals.
Sure.
He and I have said some heinous things to each other before.
Yeah.
But the thing is, because we know it all comes from a place of joking and like love.
And
like,
love, yeah.
We're not going to, there's nothing that I can really say or do in a joking, like just casual setting that's going to be like, how dare you, sir?
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing. But they're
Now,
also
if you're harping on
there
someone's
are-
like insecurity about something,
Yeah.
there's a fine balance, and you got to know
Yeah.
who you're talking to, and you got to know like your bros.
But really, the only way that you're going to get to understand what those insecurities are and be able
Is
to
by pushing
edit
the
yourself,
envelope.
yeah, is to like, you try stuff and whatever. And if a bro's like, look, man, I don't like that one. I take
Yeah.
a lot of, I've done that before with you. I'm like, I take a lot of pride in this specific thing. So like, that's not something that I like particularly want to joke about or
I think
whatever.
your music career is a farce.
Okay. But yeah, like it's no, it's just like in general, just like little things here and there. Like there's just specific things, and like it's okay that other guys
Of course.
can be certain sensitivities about certain things, and like as a bro, you should like
I will say though,
edit
like
those things,
if you are that close with the guys that you are joking around with, like there's really not too many things. Like just laugh it off. It's not that big. Is it worth
No.
getting into a fucking fight over? Like probably not.
Well, I guess my thing is like, is it worth really saying it in the first place if you know it's gonna be like if they're gonna feel like kind of weird about it? Like I've avoided things before just because I'm like, I don't want them to whatever. Like I know you're no holds bar, but like, and I
Well, that's the thing. I respect that. Of course I filter myself sometimes.
Sure.
And like, but I mean, if you're out with the homies and you're having a good time, like if I like come up like one of my friends, a regular at my bar, like we love to rip on each other about
Sure.
dumb stuff. And it's back and forth, and we both just laugh it off because
Right.
we know it's a safe space.
Of course.
And if you know you're in a safe space with someone,
But
that
even if you're
close,
in a
like-
safe space with someone, that doesn't change the fact that somebody can still not want to hear a thing or be sensitive about it. Like a bro can still be like, I don't really want to, like, I don't like that joke or I don't like that thing. Like people get to be sensitive and they get to say, I don't want to hear that thing or I don't want to whatever. Like,
sure, of course they get to.
yeah, yeah.
But
So,
there's
like,
there's also times if you do that in the wrong. I mean, you've been in situations like when back in college when you guys went out that one time. I won't name names, and like you guys started going in on one of the homies, and then another guy stepped up to defend him. The other guy
yeah.
didn't care, and
Right.
then everyone's ire moved to that guy, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
he got butthurt. But like it's like you got to know
yeah. You have to understand
in
like,
college too. But
and that's
like,
college. You have to understand, and like, I think for the most part, most guys in general are very like can take a lot and can whatever. Like we love to just like rag
that's
on each
part
other
of that's
and do
part
shit.
of our like dude culture.
Yeah, it is. So like, and that is part of it. But like,
But
there's still things.
If there's
know?
a thing that one of your friends says that's too far, you do have to respect it.
You do because like bonding in the way of like ragging on each other is a giant way that guys bond. If you can also couple that with like editing here and there and knowing that like a guy has talked about, I don't really like this thing. And so that's something that you guys like, it's a little bit more off limits and then you don't joke about. That's even more of a bonding because that dude sees that and respects you even more for like his wishes being
hard
granted.
for and this is where I flounder. It's like it's hard for someone, especially as guys, for someone to step up and say that. It is hard.
Yeah.
But then on the opposite end of that spectrum, I'm like, man, I just want to rip into you for that more.
Right. But that's toxic. So,
Really funny. Though.
I think we got time for one more.
Well, there's a couple at the end.
Damn, we're only in the 20s.
Oh
There's
yeah,
70 of
we
these.
could go forever.
I'm gonna just like slide down and see. They start just like quick little sentences.
Yeah. There's some at the end there. There's one that I liked.
These are really
44, I think I remember. This is 44. A bro must return the favor when another bro buys a round of drinks.
dumb. Sure.
If you're the guy that goes out and when someone buys you a round of drinks and you do not reciprocate,
Yeah.
that is a big faux pas, I
The
think.
thing that's funny is that I don't really ever run into that problem.
It doesn't have to happen immediately, but like
No.
just the next time you go out,
Right.
you get the next round.
I don't really run into that problem because I'm a bartender and in the neighborhood where like a lot of my friends live. So when they come, I am able to like hook them up a little bit, and I'm like always kind of
Yeah, but
you know?
but when say like when we go out not to a bar that we are all comfortable and that we're getting comped for, like say you and I and Alex.
Sure.
If I buy a round, then Alex buys a round, then you buy a round. That's just
course.
common.
Of
That's
course.
just common
Of course,
sense.
that's it. Put that on, and it's easy as just like, hey, do you guys want another thing? Yeah, put it on my tab, and then it's just
Or yeah, put it all
kinda
on one
split-
tab
we're
and then
already
fucking
splitting
Venmo split it. Yeah,
right.
exactly.
We're already split it. Well, I mean, but
or
the
Zelle or whatever you're doing.
But the Venmo, that's different because somebody's putting it all on their card and then Venmoing.
Sure.
I think the gesture of put it on my tab, like let me get these, and the bill comes, and for what I paid for you guys, this is that. You know, like if we all put cards down, I mean,
Also, as bartenders, quick aside here, when you go up to a bar and buy drinks in rounds, it is so fucking annoying when it's like, can we pay for these separate? It's like, no, or just Venmo. Like,
yeah,
you're an adult, you have Venmo or Zelle or Cash App or whatever the fuck, use one card, pay for the round, and then Venmo request everybody.
sure.
And
Yeah.
if you have shisty friends, then you should get new friends. Don't go out with them. They suck.
Brr. You heard it here first, man. Have less shisty friends. All right, I think that's it, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. This was fun.
I could do this again.
This will probably be something that we always do because it is easy to riff off, and there's just so many here that are so dumb, but also relevant in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna hit him with a super hard transition. Hope you've enjoyed what you've listened to today. If you are on YouTube right now, make sure that you're clicking that subscribe button below, the notification bell, comment, share, do whatever you need to do because it's super helpful for us. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram as well. You can go on there and follow as well. We're on TikTok. We're pretty relevant on TikTok.
Craft us a love note.
Just came out of nowhere while I'm doing my spiel. And also we're on Facebook. We have a separate group called The Modern Dude Talks and Speaks.
Tell us about what your favorite feature of ours is.
Anyway, if you could just continue to reach out, and any sort of interaction that we have with you guys has been really, really helpful, and we really, really enjoy any and all support that you guys can offer us. So
Send us a picture of yourself and we will reciprocate that compliment.
that's problematic, and I'm going to pull an audible and say do not do what he just said. Appreciate y'all, and as always, don't forget,
Don't forget.
do your dude diligence. Bye now.
Bye now.